engineers. Welcome back to Faraday's Junior channel, where engineering concepts become more simple and practical. Today's topic is one of the most important concepts in electronics, which of course is the BJT operational regimes. Okay, so you've ever asked yourself, how does a transistor know when to act as a switch and when to act as an amplifier? Then you are watching the right video. At the end of this lesson, you will understand the cutoff region, the active region, the saturation region, the DC load line, and the famous kill point. So grab your note as we begin. Now, first of all, we are going to look at the input of the transistor. Of course, we know the input is always at the base section and the output is always taken at the collector section, okay? Which of course the VC2 is what our output. Now, the main formula we may need at the output section is what? VC, right? Of course, we know that the value of VC is equal to what? VCC minus what? IC what? RC. Okay. Now, let's first of all start with what? Understanding the concept of what the graph we have in front of us today. Now, this is an output curve of what the BJT transistor operating in a common what emitter configuration. The horizontal axis represents the what the collector emitter voltage region. The horizontal axis represents the collector emitter voltage region, and then the vertical axis represents the what the collector region. Okay, and then with these lines represent the what the base current as it increases and all that. Okay. Now let's look at something here. Okay. Now, according to this formula, as IB increases, right, we know that what when the transistor is working and we have the value of IB. So let's first of all start from the cutoff region. Cutoff region of what? Operation. Now we know from the cutoff region of operation, the value of IB is equal to 0. Okay. So if IB is equal to 0, it means that the value of IC will also be equal to 0, because we know IC is equal to what? Beta DC multiplied by what? IB. Okay. So if IB being equal to 0 will result IC to what? To 0. So if IC is equal to 0, then it means that what? The drop here will also be what? 0. And at that point, the value of VCE will be equal to VCC. And that is the cutoff region of what? Operation. So in the cutoff region of operation, the value of IB is equal to 0, IC is also equal to 0, and VC is equal to what? VCC. And that is what is the B point we have here. That is the cutoff region of what? Operation of what? The transistor. Now let's proceed to look at another operating point, which of course we call it what? The saturation. Or let me take the what? The active region of operation. So the active region of operation is where the transistor is serving as what? An amplifier. It is a region where further increase in IB results in an increase in IC as a result of the IC value being equal to what? The beta DC multiplied by what? IB. So if IB increases small, because this amplification factor is larger as what? Below 50 to about what? 200, it will cause the value of IB to increase rapidly at the what? At the output section. Okay. Now, if the IB is increasing and IC is increasing, right? Don't forget that the value of one VCE will also drop because of the factor VCC minus one ICRC. So at a certain point where IC is maximum, it means that we have gotten the maximum drop at this session. So assuming this one was 20 volts, and we have gotten another drop of 20 volts, which will result VCE to 0. So maximum IC, right, will result VCE to what? To 0 what? Volt. Okay. So if VC is equal to 0, what do you think will happen? Because according to the formula we have here, okay, let's make IC the subject from this formula. Okay. So we can say that what? IC is equal to VCC minus what? VCE all divided by what? RC. From this equation, we can rearrange it in a better way where we will have the value of IC to be equal to VCC over what? RC minus VCE over what? Over RC. Don't forget to compare this formula very well. You could see clearly that what? Now, this is, since we have the VCs to be considered, this is what? Equation of a line, which represents the load line. Okay. So we can say Y is equal to what? MS plus what? C. Okay. Don't forget the C is the VCC being constant. So we can rearrange this one where we have the value of IC. Where we have the value of IC. where we have the value of IC to be equal to minus VC. I'm rearranging it better, over R plus VCC over what? RC. It means that the value of C, the intercept is what? VCC over RC. And then the value of M is given by minus 1 over what? RC. And this is actually what represents the load line. Okay. So from this equation, as I said, in the active region, we have these particular parameters. So assuming we have the VC to be equal to 0, the maximum VC to be equal to 0, then it means that the whole of this parameter is equal to 0. And at that point, we can see that IC is equal to what? VCC over what? RC. And this is what we term as what? The saturation region of what? Operation of the transistor. So you can see that what? At that point, IC is equal to VC is equal to 0, and IC is equal to VCC over what? Over RC, or the load resistance. Okay. So this is what we have under this operation. Now, what other parameter can we look at? We can look at the cure point. Okay, the cure point. Let me take some of my parameters away. We can look at the cure point. Now, the cure point is one of the important parameters in our analysis, right? The cure point mostly works within the active region. Of course, we know the active region is what? The amplification region of what? The transistor. Okay. Now, for us to be able to amplify and de-amplify our signal, there's a need for us to choose a very good cure point so that we can swing freely. Okay. So realize that assuming we have more ways of swinging, we can swing upward and downward freely without affecting the system by choosing a very cue point. So assuming we have the cue point to be at this point, then it means that once we go this one small, we are going to be out of the range where the system is going to fall in the breakdown region. So there's a need for us to choose a very good cue point. So it's mostly advisable that you choose a cue point that is what? In the middle, so that you can swing right and then left, up and then down freely without distorting the signal at the output section. So this is the concept of transistor operation point. We are saying that in the cutoff region is where the transistor is in the off position. In that case, the transistor is not working at all. And then we move on to look at the active region, where the base is forward bias, the collector section is reverse bias, and the transistor operates as an amplifier because it's the point where increase in IB results in a further or a very maximum increase in what? IC at the output as a result of what? IB beta DC. Okay. Now we also move further to look at the saturation point, where we said at the saturation point where the current has increased to a maximum, means that the drop at the resistance at the collector section will increase much. And when it increases much, it means that what? VCE will be equal to 0. And if VCE is equal to 0, then it means that the value of IC is equal to what? VCC over RC, and that is what we term as what? The saturation region of what operation. And it's the operation, the region where the transistor is fully on or fully active. Okay. So that is basically the concept of transistor operating point. Thank you very much, and if you have comments, you can put it in the comment section for us.